Okay, here's the thing. Not long ago, an American actress came to China to audition for the lead role in the short drama. She had acting experience and she could actually act, but in the end, she got rejected. The reason was super simple. The casting director only said one thing: "You're not pretty enough." And this actress was furious. She posted 5 videos in a row on TikTok, calling out the Chinese film industry for its toxic beauty standards.
And I get a text from the director saying, but the investors said that they don't think you're pretty enough, and that's why you didn't get it. Ouch, that really hurt.
You might be wondering, isn't acting supposed to be all about performance? And why do Chinese directors care so much about how an actor looks? Well, in fact, in China's entertainment industry, what matters most when casting isn't how well you act, but whether your facial features, face shape, and body figure match the mainstream beauty standards. You can be talented, but you cannot be unattractive. So under this set of insanely harsh beauty standards for actors, you end up seeing a lot of people who, because of their appearance anxiety, go to extreme lengths with plastic surgery and end up looking like this on screen. Take this one actress, for example. She was playing a female Red Army soldier during the World War II, fighting against the Japanese invasion. And these were her 3 emotions in one scene: worried, anxious, and happy. Her double eyelid cuts that were made way too wide. Her nose so overdone and narrow it made her nostrils look like she could barely breathe. And cheeks and the forehead pumped with so much filler they looked completely overstuffed. It's almost impossible to immerse yourself in the story. This is supposed to be a soldier living through a brutal war, someone who could die at any moment. But when you look at her face, all you can think is she probably just walked out of a cosmetic clinic and the swelling hasn't even gone down yet. And then there's this male lead. He was starring in a Chinese ancient historical drama, but his face looked like some overdone ancient man straight out of a cosmetic clinic. Throughout the entire show, from episode 1 to the final, his facial expression didn't change at all. If I were watching it, I'd seriously be wondering, am I watching a Chinese ancient period drama or a low-budget Hollywood sci-fi movie? With all that filler tightening up his face and his completely blank expression, his acting felt more like an alien in disguise trying to blend in with humans. Once you dig a little deeper into China's film and TV industry in recent years, you'll notice something pretty fast. People with darker skin, especially women, basically have 0 chance of landing a lead role. And if an actor is even slightly chubby, they're always cast as the goofy sidekick who constantly messes things up and only exists to make the perfect male or female lead look even better. On top of that, you're expected to have a small face, big eyes, sharp features, flawless skin, and ideally not even a hint of baby fat. So let me tell you about someone a lot of Chinese viewers know. She is one of the most famous child stars in China. Her name is Yang Zi. Here's what she looked like when she was little. Round face, dimples, super cute. Not the kind of beauty that stuns you, but very natural and approachable. A lot of people first got to know her from the show Home with Kids, which was once hugely popular, kind of like the Chinese version of Growing Pains. But did you know, even though she grew up in front of the camera, there was a time when a senior in the industry told her to her face like, "Your looks are too normal. This path isn't for you. You should just give up acting." I've actually watched a lot of her shows. And honestly, I really like her acting. She's got a subtle way of showing emotion, and her characters always feel rich and layered. But the sad truth is, China's entertainment world, being able to act just isn't enough. If you want to make it big, if you want to be a superstar, you have to be insanely, unbelievably gorgeous. So later on, Yang Zi started going all in on losing weight, even getting plastic surgery. Her face got smaller, her facial features sharper, her body slimmer and slimmer. That round face she used to be known for, the one that made her so recognizable, slowly disappeared. In its place, she turned into the delicate, small-faced beauty that perfectly fit China's mainstream beauty standards. And the most ironic part is, almost as soon as the transformation was complete, Her career took off. Suddenly, all the resources started flowing her way. She started landing more and more lead roles, and her commercial value skyrocketed. Sounds pretty depressing, doesn't it? An actress with flawless acting skills didn't get recognized because of her work, at least not at first. Instead, she was forced to change her face, change her body, and change who she originally was just to fit into what the public considers beautiful. In this system, you have to first become the right face before anyone even bothers to take your acting seriously. And for someone whose entire career is supposed to be based on performance, that is a brutal kind of logic. You make a living off your acting, but you are forced to bet everything like your future, your value on how you look. And what is even worse is Yang Zi's story isn't someone off case. She's just a version that made it. But behind her, how many other equally talented, equally hard-working actors ended up getting completely wiped out after botched surgeries? Take Chinese actress Zhang Meng, for example. In a super popular historical drama, he only showed up for a few seconds at the very end. But somehow, she made a huge impression. Tons of directors said she was bound to become a star. But right when everyone thought her career was about to blow up, another wave hit. All the online hate about her looks. People started saying things like, her face isn't refined enough. She looks tacky. Her face is not high-class enough. She couldn't take all the appearance-based bullying, so she went and got plastic surgery, shaved her face down to make it pointier, raised the bridge of her nose, but after the procedure, her face became stiff, her impressions limited, and the proportions of her features started to look really off. That natural charm and unique look she used to have had almost completely gone. She was originally cast as a lead in a big female-centered drama. But after the surgery went wrong, they replaced her. And just like that, she basically disappeared from the entertainment world overnight, and no one heard about her again. You might say, Chinese audiences are way too shallow. They only care about looks. But here's something a lot of people don't want to hear. The fact is, China's film and TV industry has turned into such a looks-obsessed system isn't just because the audience has bad tastes. It's not that simple. Film and TV is a high-risk business. It takes a lot of money, and the return is slow. And there is a ton of unpredictability. Even short-form dramas on platforms like TikTok. They look fast and cheap to make, but the failure rate is still crazy high. And in that kind of environment, what capital fears the most is uncertainty. But looks are different. Looks are straightforward, instant, and can be judged with one single glance. From teaser trailers to poster marketing, everything depends on face. That is why in recent years, more and more directors would rather cast super popular idols with perfect looks to play the male or female leads. Even if their acting is just meh, they come with a built-in fan base. And even if they cannot pull in casual viewers, the fans will still promote the shows like crazy, boosting rankings, streaming stays, buying merch, and that alone can help the project break even. Just look at Chris Wu, the former EXO member who had a massive fan following. Before he was jailed for sexual assault, his acting was painful to watch. With acting like that awkward, he was still one of the most in-demand male leads across major film and TV projects.
老子不是故意的，谁都知道我完全是无心的。宝，我跟你说过多少次了，降魔伏妖是要看感化。刚才你没看到他是带着微笑吗？太离谱了！你看这个笑容多真诚。
In the Chinese market, Chinese people have a very low tolerance for anything different. It's the result of years of education and social conditioning. Most people are only comfortable with one correct answer. And when it comes to beauty, that answer is fair-skinned, young, and thin. Let's compare the American actress from the beginning. The one who was told she wasn't pretty enough, with the actress the production ended up choosing. The one on the right picture, she fits perfectly into the stereotypical Chinese idea of what a beautiful foreign woman should look like. Blonde hair, blue eyes, and a skin so pale it practically glows. So when the director was casting, of course they brought in the fixed, uniform beauty standard, and they ended up picking the actress on the right. When the film and TV industry starts putting looks as the #1 priority, things inevitably start going backwards. The heart of any production should be the story and the acting. It's the actor's job to make you believe, to make the audience feel something. Of course, appearance matters, but it's supposed to serve the characters, to feed the role in a natural way, not to sit at the top of the food chain. But once looks become the most important thing, every step of the production process gets wrapped. Casting becomes about choosing the best looking face. Cameras are only allowed to shoot from angles that flatter the actors. And in post-production, editors are literally adding in beauty filters and smoothing out faces. Sounds crazy, but all of this is actually happening. Bit by bit, whole production turns into a fashion show. The art gets hollowed out. What is left is just a perfectly wrapped shell with no substance inside. Alright, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to follow me or drop a like. There's more interesting content on my channel. Feel free to check it out. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.